record on it isn't anything too impressive. Like, they've taken maps here and there, beaten teams like Dignitas. They've fought versus Cloud9, but they haven't faced someone on the caliber of EG. So this is definitely going to be a much tougher task if they are going to bring this series back. But they do always say play towards your own strength. So they've ended on a map which, if it doesn't work out, well, it's kind of hard to see what they could have done.
Well, it's going to be Infinite, the only one to defend on this B side. He does have utility to use, so I guess they're waiting for the retake for it to actually be thrown into effect. Bomb going to go down. EG not spotting a single player out. Obviously hearing a couple of shots rattled off from CT, and Infinite tucked away behind the sandbag. Gets the 1v1, but unfortunately gets shut down right after. EG coming ahead so far in these exchanges. Going to be a player flanking in from Banana. Doesn't seem to matter at the moment because right now Orgless are losing just too many players left and right.
Seems like FNS just trying to bait them in with the footsteps away. Maybe get some extra kills, some extra money, but it won't happen. A quick pistol round and one where it seemed like, unfortunately, Orgless had the wrong read. It's basically a retake strategy. That's what they were going for. Stack up on the A site, leave one player spotting onto B. Unfortunately, I don't think they expected EG to be that quick. It didn't allow for any rotations, and, well, winning the individual duels definitely helped them out. So again, see another pistol head into the hands of Evil Geniuses. It's going to be the force buy back up. Of course, we saw plenty of Deegs out from the likes of Ye. So, I think it was Wardell had a couple as well, but he's going to be sat on a CZ. This is a very aggressive push once again, just taking banana control, looking to dominate it early. There are going to be counter precautions in the form of the utility, and even a flashbang thrown out as well. Like the boost is coming into play over the top, but not actually going to be spotting anything out just yet.
No, I like the nade. Just unfortunately, no one's really there to receive it. Super spread out of Evil Genius. I mean, they got a player like super far back in second mid. They're really trying to feel out the way Orgless are going to be playing this, trying to catch them on a rotate, catch them on being aggressive, and yet Orgless are being very cautious about this. They're now starting to group up towards this B side. There's still going to be 3 players here. You can see how far Cirque's actually pushed up. Flashes go in, not using the smokes this time to pretty much show they're going to be hitting this B site. Infinite's able to get one, eventually going to be brought down. The smoke will finally bloom, cover off that CT spawn, and now Breeze just looking to push in. Gets himself another kill. Wardell gets him low on HP, but I find it hard to see the retake happening here, especially with the HP dueling away, and not to mention Ye's not even here. So we're going to be saving these weapons for the next round, these pistols and some armor. But EG off to a strong start.
Yeah, converting the rounds and fairly clean as well. Only Cirque going down. Sure, a lot of damage was actually done, which is unfortunate for Orgless. If they got those extra couple of kills, they could be in a much better state here, but EG comfortable with the conversion. Oh, eventually Stan is going to fall back. Give everybody a headache.
Please. Please. That reminds me of a clip out of Mr. Bardolph himself. I think that was yelling at the players, stop shooting the bells. We get it. Those things that ring. But either way, EG up 2-0. Orgless, well, you got P250 in there, another P250 for Subrosa. We see them do some really impressive things. Like, honestly, I didn't expect Mirage to be as close as it actually turned out to be. I don't know about you, but considering it was 11-4 half, I thought, okay, well, I guess we're going to have an early night here. I was pleasantly surprised to see them pull it back to 13 rounds, and I don't want to say they don't have a chance on Inferno. Like you said before, it's definitely their most played map. But also the caliber of teams they played on it, probably not the same caliber of teams that EG has played.
Also, a lot of their series seem to go to 3, so I wonder how many of the times it was like the 3rd map in a series, or if they're actually picking into it. But for EG, yeah, it's one of the staple maps for them. This is a series which I think they're going to be expecting 4 points. If they're going to be one of the teams that get like at least top 2 the road to Rio, which is expected of them. They want to try and take a legend spot, make things a little bit easier for them. Major in Rio, of course. But now, well, things couldn't be going better. They've completely cleared the B site. B site still has a couple of defenders. The 2 players surviving from the last round, so the pistol still onto Wardell. Of course, the next round will be an AWP coming into his hands, and we really saw him come alive when that AWP got picked up The problem is now they're being slowly surrounded. Ye might be able to sneak a kill. He's trying to wrap back around through the apps. I don't know if he'll be expected, but you can see it is being watched. Now, needs to hit a miracle dig, and it's not going to be happening. A flawless third, meaning EG, well, their money's going to start to boom. Now we wait to see what sort of investment is going to be coming up for the CT side.
Oh, no. All right, I think we might need to go to a long break here. Just pointed out now, I guess Tarek is restarting. He's having some issues, having a tech pause come in yet again. He was the player to have issues when it was on Mirage. So I'm not sure how long this break will take. I think he's got to go do something, but I guess we can talk for a little bit while waiting for him. I'm actually seeing that it looks like they've already reloaded in things, so maybe we'll be fine. Maybe it won't take that too long a time. But also, I mean, we've already had so many games played today. We also, have the main stream going on ESL_CSGO. We have the B stream, which we're currently on. We even have a C stream going on, which I believe is Eternal J and Dweg currently still happening. And
Don't leave,
we already had. What's up?
Don't leave.
I'm not leaving.
Not you. I meant the viewers.
Oh yeah, no,
Jason.
stay here.
The viewers.
But we've already had matches like, was it ENCE up against Fnatic? We had Vitality against NIP, as Charles versus Complexity. We already have the results and the victors from that one. I don't actually know what other regions have fully been played out yet. I think CIS has yet to have any matches.
Yeah, that'll be later.
I think this is our first North American match. Yeah, no other matches. Actually, I think there's a 100 Thieves match going on against Gen G, I think on the mainstream at the moment, or it's Cloud9 versus Triumph still going on over there. But yeah, I mean, looking at North America in particular, you got, 100 Thieves looking to re-qualify back into the major. You got Team Liquid in there. Gen G, who's had some really good results as of late. I'm curious to see what Envy is going to be doing now with this like really interesting roster, like Mihu being brought onto the team from Poland, Calix from Turkey. Like interesting to see if they can come together in the time they do currently
Nifty
have.
seems confident, but then again, he oozes confidence at all times. So
that's true.
I wonder if he ever gets nervous. That's something that, or just like he just struts around. Just feeling himself all day long, because I like the sort of back and forth you get when people sort of talking to him. He definitely, I think one of the quotes he said was that the reason he went to rifling rather than AWPing at one point was because he knew he could be the best AWPer, which sounds insane. Because if I knew I could be the best at something, I'd probably go ahead and do that. But I'm looking forward to seeing him in this new team. I like Mihu as well. I think he's a Polish player who definitely deserves to be in a top team. Whether or not this MB roster is that, we'll have to wait and see. But enough waffling. It really wasn't a long break at all. We are going to be going right back into things with an aggressive push. Infinite leading the way. Oh, it's a bit messy, but he gets away with it.
I was watching on Ethan's side, and I was definitely confused on what was going on there. Cirque, though, able to trade a kill back. Like, I feel like if you're Orgless here, you take that kill, you run away. You don't re-peek them. You don't give them an opportunity to get a kill back on you. You take that 5-on-4. Even Sarosa, I believe that was, try to jump over the wall for a headshot, almost had his head clean taken off. And Sansel with the bomb is looking to push up Banana a little bit. It's just Sarosa by himself to defend. 3 players still towards the A site. You see it's a little bit of a 2-2 split. Though I don't think EG are going to commit towards this B site with the 2 players there just yet.
That was not far away. A slight pre-fire. Obviously, a fatal mistake actually made for Infinite was he goes, oh, there's an AK on the ground. I'll throw away my M4. Get Galiled. Get Galiled. And then he was dead. I knew he was dead from that moment onwards. He made a big mistake. He's actually, you can see that's been picked up by Stan. Free M4. But it is going to be that gather up. Boost coming in. Will it be in time? I think a lot of the players might have even crossed, but Subrosa will get one. FNS trying to wrap back around. However, a smoke being down is going to leave him in a spot where he has to wait for the rest of his team. They've got an HE, couple of flashbangs, but no kit. That's going to be the issue. The time now ticking. The T's in after plant positions, just waiting patiently for their opposition to try and give this one a go. Flashbang over the top. Gonna leave anyone blind. Stan actually peeks wide. He gets away with that. He should be dead for sure. He was the only healthy player on his side when he risks it. But it's definitely worth it. The CT side scurrying away towards their spawn. And just like the last map, it's going to be EG kicking things off with a 4-0 start. I
like how Tarek actually played that out too, because they both peeked in towards CT. And the second they saw 3 players, even after getting that first kill, they immediately like ran away. And Tarek, he just sat back, realized that, okay, well, if we lose Stanislav, fine. We killed one of them, right? But we need to keep a man advantage. He didn't get too cocky to try to re-peek when they're focusing on Stanislav. Just keep the man advantage, you know? No point to give anything away. You don't want to lose a round that you guarantee should be able to pick up. I mean, as we knew, there was no time really left anyways, since there was no kit. But EG didn't know that. But they still have that 4-0 lead. Orgless going to be back on the bye. Wardell still has the op from the last round. And he did start to show, you know, glimpses of what you said about him being like an explosive operator. We just haven't really seen enough consistency out of that yet, or maybe enough consistency and opportunities to go for it. He was definitely hitting some nutty shots when it came to Mirage, especially on that CT side. And we're going to need to see that yet again here, especially CT side Inferno. Can't let EG run away with this game, though it was 11-4 first half on Mirage, and it turned out to be 16-13. This is definitely going to be a map that I think Evil Geniuses are a lot more prepared for than Orgless.
There is still going to be a buy at least. Orgless not quite out of cash. They've got the maximum loss bonus. He's looking to try and put pressure into middle once again, but there's 4 players here, but it does leave Wardell all on his lonesome. Playing a bit further back with the AWP than I'd personally like. If you're going to have this 4-1 split, normally you want to try and control Banana. The issue with this is by the time he realizes, it might be too late to call for any sort of rotation. FNS with the peak out is going to net them 1, but this is the moment they realize Wardell, he has to go big, and he actually manages the fadeaway shot. Smoke dropped down to try and slow them down, but it does not slow them enough. Ethan trades that kill very quickly indeed. However, the CT side have got in. Nice nade from FNS. Gonna leave Ethan on half HP. Battle for Banana, though, could be crucial. Yeah, he's looking for the shot, and he's going to connect it. It gives them a 2-man advantage now with Breezy, Ethan, patiently waiting for their opponents to come in their direction. Rounding the corner, Ethan will get 1, but he can't quite convert the second. But it's this man yet again, Breezy, desperately trying to carry through the round for his team. Just 4 HP left for Ye. Unfortunately, that's 4 too many.
Hard round, though, for Orgless there to take that. It came down to 1 player, like I said, with 4 health to win the round. Evil Geniuses, they've got money for days. They had 10K on quite a few players, buying back up into this one. See Cirque back on the AWP. You know, let's say kind of surprised they're able to pull that off. But to be fair, I was surprised it was even that close for Orgless, considering they had such a big advantage. It was 4-on-2, and if Breeze doesn't pick up those 2 kills towards Coffin side, like, then that should have been even easier round for them to secure. But either way, they win the round. They're still forced on such an iffy buy, though, with the 2 Famous and 1 SMG. Nice little boost up out of Ye and FNS as well to get a clean kill into Tarek. So man advantage going their way yet again.
Strong start. It's been the conversion, though, that Orgless have struggled with. Not a player on this EG side that can't clutch out a round. Breezy definitely wasn't having the best game in the last map, but still he managed to convert. Wardell going to be in the corner. Smoked off. They're actually going to boost him. Okay. Stan. Well, that almost looked too easy. He's heard the player in the corner. This is surely another frag. Just going to pre-fire the spot, and Sub Rosa didn't stand a chance. I'm not sure what the plan was. Retrieving that AWP. There's still 2 players here, however. Cirque, oh, he's just walked into his opponent, but the flashbang actually helps him a little bit and just goes around for the no-scope. Why not? Leaves just a singular man in the pit. I think yeah, he might be screwed.
Yeah, he should be. There you go. Breeze able to finally lock that one down. I mean, Cirque had a Molotov directly on his head. How to use the smoke to survive, and they knew. Yeah, well, there's a player in the pit. 4-on-1 now, Infinite. I mean, you don't really want to be saving a FAMAS, but you might as well, considering, well, you guys can't really buy in the next round. So maybe looking for an exit kill. He's actually just walking away now. Making sure you can at least save this. I don't think I've seen a saved FAMAS net a team a round win. Like, by an insane play with it. Have you seen too many of those?
I don't think so. I'm sure they exist, but maybe I just don't want to remember them.
Yeah.
Like, it's sort of something that you just scrub from your brain because you're like, okay. I do, however, remember the other day when Tony Black sprayed completely blind a FAMAS into the back of his teammate. That was a beautiful clip. I enjoyed that very much.
It was nice, yeah. It was refreshing. You don't see that too often.
No, and yet more people should do that.
Yeah. 5-1 though. Evil Geniuses again. I mean, just as dominant as they were in the beginning in that first half of Mirage, though that was on their CT side. And look at this. I mean, it's the FAMAS. It's just pistols to back it up with. Nothing else really invested except the utility. They do have 4 smokes, luckily, so they can at least buy some time. But they've left FNS by himself, and they have Subrosa on the rotate. So FNS is going to have to use that smoke. Or he's going to be forced to use that smoke probably momentarily. And they're going to need to rotate someone in to help them out to put another smoke down to at least potentially delay it. But Evil Geniuses might just play contact. They're just walking in. They're not going to give it up. FNS is finally going to be spotted. The smoke goes down, but it's not the most ideal position. Trying to spray and pray through that smoke, gets himself nothing. And I actually really like that contact play out of EG. You know, don't show your hand just yet. Just walk it in. You know they're going to be on save anyways.
Definitely has its risks, but when it pays off, it looks almost too easy. Like, if that's a round where there is a stack on the B site, that could definitely have gone wrong. Like, if you had a player on the boost or either boost, like boosted up to the left or right, that contact play is risky. Or even if you just had someone over towards Coffins actually spotting them out. But in this round, yeah, it's perfect because with just a singular player trying to defend it, gone a bit wrong. Even still, though, 2 kills coming back up. Not the worst round. You can see Del he really wanted that gun. I think Stan knew exactly what he was doing, however, but they did retrieve a free AK, so a silver lining for Orgless. Obviously, a 6-1 lead already for EG is a good start to their T side for sure. I think if they get too many more rounds in this, then we are looking at this being a swift 2-0, which I think people would have expected. I think the first map definitely showed that maybe if there was a bit more from Orgless on the T side, we could have actually had some competition. And you have to remember there were a couple of rounds where I think Ethan won a 1v1 and a 1v2 back-to-back to sort of build the streak of rounds for EG. Maybe if there's a few more, who knows? We could be looking at least the 3rd map coming up. But instead, of course, EG, they grind out the half, grind out the win. Now they go on to their choice. And, well, unless things change quite drastically here, could be looking for a brutal scoreline.
Yeah, I think it might be going that way as well. How close it will be, though, I think will tell how good Orgless has a chance in this, you know, this whole North America qualifier, because I use a lot of teams that could kind of break through, and obviously you have your Liquids in there, which should be another shoe-in for getting, like, a top amount of points. I feel like, you know, the field is kind of open as you go further down that list. Subrosa, all right, well, I mean, get your content clips in. Nice little shot at Ethan. If he can actually hit a couple more shots here, like if they do, you know, aggress over towards the site, they might actually have a decent chance. FNS gets himself 1, but again, that's short-lived as Cirque quickly eliminates him. Now it's down to just 2 CT players, both with ops. One's playing shotgun op inside the A site.
Yeah, he actually does get the first, but that's the thing with EG. They were so close together that he didn't even have time to cock back the gun and take a second shot. Subrosa don't want to save here. Once that smoke falls, he doesn't really have much of a choice. So it is going to be another round on the board. Definitely glimmers of hope coming up for Orgless, but it was too reliant on, again, a big hero play from one of their players. They needed either Subrosa or Waddell to basically just go ham with the AWP. And the thing is, I think EG is just too good a unit. Like, every single kill that came up for the CT side, the trade was almost instant. Even if it's Cirque on the AWP, he's so quick to just go, okay, my teammate died there, I'm ready to trade. And
yeah.
that's something that I think firstly has just developed over time with this squad. I think they are a fantastic group of players that just seem to have this natural synergy. But also just the work done by, well, the current coach and the previous coach as well. I think the credit has to go to Chet, even if he's not in the roster anymore.
Yeah, I miss him. Good guy. I know he's been working hard at the gym as well. I think a lot of the players have been.
He's one of those
Hope so.
people where, like, if he doesn't get picked up, then there's something wrong with teams, because he's definitely someone who can help out your squad significantly. And, well, I'm looking forward to see where he does come back.
And I'm rooting for him, not just for the fact that he did coach EG, but he even told me, like, it's hard, you know, being him, because he's one of the few, if not like the only coach in professional, you know, Counter-Strike who wasn't a pro player. You know, he kind of has that working against him, just like, you know, anyone trying to be an analyst in CSGO. It's just, if you're not a pro player, you don't have, you know, that credibility. And he's been able to earn that credibility over time and by getting EG results. So I hope to see him back soon.
Once again, we are going to see pressure into mid. Been taken somewhat freely, and it's exactly what I'm talking about. Subrose hits that initial shot within seconds as a trade. And again, they're going to find FNS. Bit of a risky peak to take, but wanting to try and bail his team out instead. Yay. Be a bit of a hero here. There's 2 players still on the other side of the map. A bit of a slower start to this than I expected from EG, but they're being patient just in case there was more players around this angle. Going to allow for a rotation though, so at least it won't just be Ye here on his own, but even still, it's going to be a very difficult hold.
Gives his position away. Gets 1 kill. Just gonna drop it on top of him, and unfortunately not gonna survive much longer than that. Wardell, I mean, he has the chance. He has the first kill. He's got 2 more to find. No kick currently on him at the moment, though. That smoke and flash going out. Try to give him some real estate to work with here. He's not to push through it. I almost wanted to say just save the op at this rate. 1v2 with that smoke there. I think he put the smoke there, didn't he?
Maybe.
I think he did. I think he was maybe hoping like he can push through it, but with the shots being routed off his direction, I think he decided, yeah, probably not worth it since they're watching it. He's gonna peek out now, and Bree's gonna quickly eliminate him. 8-1 now in favor of Evil Geniuses. Unfortunately, we're not really having anyone really stand out in the side of Orgless. I mean, you got Ye at 5 kills, but it's a split between 5 and 3. On the other side, you have Breeze at 10. Not really able to get any, you know, steamrolling for Orgless here.
Sure what the point of that peak was. There was not really any time left on the clock for him to actually win the round. The 2 players remaining, and what damage? Like,
maybe you wanted to keep them there, but even then, if they die, they still have a ton of money.
Yeah, they've got so much cash. Like, they've won what 4 rounds in a row. It's not even been that close. So yeah, maybe just a bit of a misplay from Wardell and throwing away an AWP in a round where it really could make a big difference. Like, he's definitely a player who can don the hero AWP. I like to see him get aggressive. I'm liking this adaptation from Orgless. It's been a lot of plays into the middle, however,
oh my God,
so quick. Breezy domes 2 players. This stack is diminished. Okay, nice shot from Ye. Gonna at least get that trade. Hoping for a little bit more. In the meantime, the B site's gonna be defended by a wall of smokes. Really is going to have to do so much damage. And you can just see on the other side, Suck didn't even move. He's like, yep, gone. Yeah, keep spamming the deagle. The second you actually peek, you're dead. But I'll just wait. I haven't got all day.
Oh, that's so sad. You can't see chat. Yeah, he's having a little bit of fun with him, with Cirque on that one.
What'd he say?
I don't think I can repeat it on stream.
You're a letdown. You can't tease what the chat is saying.
Okay, fine. Shooting Cirque, LOL, and Cirque's like, yeah, man, in all caps. At least having a little bit of fun banter.
Oh, aggressive push coming up the top. Up and on from Stan. Gonna be left alone. In fact, FNS said she's gonna get 2 kills. Not quite spotting the second one. I think Ethan might have been blind in that flame. I think that's why he's just burnt to a crisp. He's going to try and react quickly after realizing multiple players were on Banana. Even still, fighting this round back is going to be tough, but 9-1 up. Pretty much every player having their moments. Breezy currently 12-5. I still wouldn't say they're out of this round, which shows how prominent they've been. Wardell is going to be on the other side with an AWP. Nade's going over the top as Burke looks to peek. That's a sitter for Wardell. Good chance, and he actually gets taken down because of it. React, Ye is going to be sat in towards the wall of smokes, just waiting for them to go for the plant. And they can't actually react to this. It's a bit of a weird position for both teams. The CT side with a player just sat in pit, and the T's wanting to clear him and slowly being surrounded.
I don't even know how you defend this. I think it comes down to Tarek or Breeze to do just that. All right. You know, I was thinking maybe Tarek's got to be the linchpin. You know, the only one that's not in sight. But When you got Breeze hitting shots like that, I guess you don't need another player. Yeah, now alone against 2. You can see that Breeze wants it, and Breeze gets what he wants. He gets the 4K. He's up to 16 now. 10-1 for Evil Geniuses.
I think the phrase that comes to mind when I think of him is annoyingly good. Like, you kind of watch that and just go, but how? But how are you that good? Sprays down 2 in a matter of seconds. He's 16-5. They turn a 5v3 into a winning scenario. Even save some extra weaponry at the end of it, as if Cirque needed to be dropped an AWP with $13,400.
Even the round that Orgless won, Breeze gets like a swift double kill towards Coffin's side when they were pushing in, and then almost got Ye down. He got him down to 4 health. Hey, that's how annoyingly good he's been at the moment.
I think when Breezy plays well, he's my favorite player to watch.
Whoa. Don't let Esperanto hear you say that.
To be fair, like, his peak is ridiculous, but Breezy might be a little bit more consistent. Yay. Again, speaking of consistency, he's very good with the deagle. I almost wonder if it should just be his weapon of choice at this point, but, well, a little bit ridiculous to suggest. Still, there was a trade back before anything can get out of control. Breezy just waiting on the angle and looks for a little bit. I agree, FNS. Run away. Get away from that. And in the meantime, the rest of the T's are going to go peeking into Banana, but their rotation hasn't been baited at all. AK for FNS. It's more down to what his teammates can do on the other side of the map. Can they actually hold on versus the push? It's going to be Stan to quickly kill off one more player, and Sub Rosa, left all on his lonesome, is not going to be able to do anything. 11-1. And I'm guessing that whatever shot Breezy hit, it was just as disgusting as the others.
He, like, backed into a smoke at the same time that FNS peeked him from short, and he still got the kill through the smoke. He was in the smoke and still got the kill. Onto FNS, who was, like, behind pillar, but there was, like, a sliver of him peeking, and that was ridiculous.
There's definitely a reason he was in the top list of players last year. Fantastic year for Evil Geniuses and for that man. And while this year's going to be more of the same, I have to say I'm excited for EG. Waddell, I don't think he expect to have to hit the shot that close, and the trade is still there. As said, it's almost instant every single time. What do you even do against that? They're just too quick. The CT side, 11-1 down. The first map was close. This map has been anything but. FNS, a little bit lucky to get away with that. The solo player on B is... They've had to stack up this A site. Mid control has been something they've barely been able to receive. FNS is hiding a little bit further back than they might be expecting. He going down, just hiding on the wall. That's the first kill at least. He has some support spraying through the smoke, but just going to use his utility. Leaves one blind. A second for FNS as well. This is a step up. The IGL trying to lead by example, and with Tarek left alone, they line up! 2 headshots in a second. He knows that there's another around this corner. Seems like Tarek, his turn to try and clutch.
My God, Infinite. If only he knew the player pushed up banana. Tarek needs to turn his sights, and he catches it. What a shot out of Tarek! Don't tell me he clutches this. 1v4, and now he's got Infinite to find. The bomb is ticking away. And Tarek has an idea where he's coming from. Pushing straight in through CT. He ducks under the vision of him, but Tarek gets the kill nonetheless. 12-1. And Tarek, he's got his content now. What? Wow. Honestly, wow.
If I'm on Orgless right now, just open console, disconnect. Like, let's just call it a day there. Unreal. And sure, there's always things that they could have done better in that scenario, but 2 players line up. The timing is very good for the player coming around banana. Tarek just looks around, insta-one-taps him, and then still manages to get the kill on the final player. Like, I don't even know what you do different there. Maybe try and push him all at once, but that was just a sick clutch from Tarek, and yeah, as you said, content achieved. There's still going to be Sub Rosa kicking off this round. They've not even done bad in some of the early round scenarios. It's just that EG players are just running on something different. Got the special fuel that you'll be putting in your sports car.
I think Tarek just took his shirt off, to be honest, when he was playing that clutch. Going back to his old alias.
Well, midway through, he's like 1v4. He just tears it off.
Yeah? Yeah, he rips it, like, straight down the center.
Hey, you gotta save time. He didn't have time to do much more. He had to re-smoke it just to give him that extra chance to take the shirt off. But, wow. Still, an advantage here. Orgless, they managed to get it back to 4 rounds in the previous map, and they brought the map close in the end. Only a 16-13 scoreline. Flashbang out. Will be Infinite. But the trade does take a hefty tag in return, and there's actually going to be a push through from Cirque. He's just trying to lead all the way into the B side. He hits the shot onto Infinite as well. They actually managed to take a fair amount of control. It seems like they're just taking turns. Like, it's my turn to clutch now. It's my turn to clutch. I want the 4K, but this time it will be a miss. Tarek, again, is able to hold off onto one, trying to stop the wraparound, but he fails. And, well, Breezy, let's have another one.
No, Tom. There's no way. There's no way he does this again. Alone versus 3. Push it into the site from the same direction. Don't line up for him. He's going to hit shots like this all day. Gets the first with a quick 2-tap. Gets the second! Oh my god! Oh, that was so similar to the 1 round Orgless won. Ye survives again. 19 health. Breeze, my heart can't take this anymore, man. I don't think Orgless can take this anymore, man.
The thing is, even when it was just 1v3, I already expected him to win, which is horrible. If you're a fan of Orgless, it's not that I dislike your team or anything. It's just the fact this guy is playing out of his mind. 21-7. My neighbors at this point definitely hate me, but that was a given. Oh, CT side, they're looking for 3. It's not great. Their buy now still have 3 famous. Sorry, 2 famous in the round. Okay, so just what do you even do against that? Peeks in, yay, does at least drop the bomb. He's now the only defender of the site. Infinite, you can tell this is a moment he wants to try and rotate. He does catch a man with a smoke out. That's the free kill at least. No trade this time. It still looks like it's about to be a push in towards the A side, but look at Ye. Get something done here. He wrapped all the way through from the A side, got round behind them once again, and he's going to catch a second kill. A bit of a surprise for Breeze here. Got a good chance in this round once again, but I've said that a million times at this point.
Oh, Ethan, there you go. Puts things down to a 2-on-2. The smoke blooming as well. The bomb will get planted. Got Sarosa coming in from short. Cirque's already trained directly on this angle. He's actually even looking to push it a little bit here. Sarosa's waiting for him. It doesn't seem to matter. Cirque just does not miss. Now pushing through the smokes. He spotted Infinite and gets the follow-up. 13-2. Cirque ending things with a 4K. And EG going with a massive lead in the second half.
Well, there's been a clip almost every single round of this game, so make sure that you come around for what is going to be the finale. We'll be back after a short break. We'll be bringing you the second half. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have very likely just a few rounds to go before the conclusion of this one, unless we're going to have an impressive comeback from the guys over at Orgless. We almost saw it in the previous map, but this one is looking far more dominant for EG. A lot of clutch rounds won, but they made them look effortless. And now going into this one, they've got a double nade set up. They're looking to kill off one player from the get-go. It will be Infinite gone without seeing a single player in this round.
That hurts, too. Considering the scoreline, start getting a kill on the Yay. They seem to just not stop since the last half. What do you do here? You need this pistol round, but you have to win a 3v5. All utility now expended out of Orgless. Looking to wrap around towards CT, it seems. They do have Sabrosa lurking inside of apartments, though, so maybe he's actually going to swing out to look for the kill on the Cirque, but they need to win some fights here. The rotations are going to come through. Wardell's going to lead the charge, though, takes down Stanislaw, rounds the corner for a second, and Cirque's going to take down Sabrosa, trying to go for the flank. Oh my god.
Hitting everything at the moment. Again, we could just look at the scoreboard here. I like how many points Stan has, considering how many kills he has. That's quite impressive, actually. I didn't notice that. 44 points, 8 kills. Few assists to go. Have a look at the utility damage. I always like looking. Stan with the majority here. Actually, quite a lot of ADR, but it is, of course, Breezy at the top. 132 ADR, 22 and 8. He's been phenomenal. As long as they can convert the pistol round, that's basically it. The T's, normally we would say you wouldn't want to force into this round, but they're going to be taking the risk. Wardell, he's got a good chance here. It's going to be Breezy gone. Maybe a little bit overconfident, and hey, that is a nice couple of shots, giving a good chance here for at least an opportunity for a buy stand. Be able to get one, but Wardell is just flying. A third in this round already. Rifle retrieved. Okay. Okay, he's gonna get hit by the nade and blown up. Then Tarek, if they can kill off this player in mid, then if possible, Tarek will do just that. 11 HP, 2 kills to his name. 2 still to find.
So the worst part about this is that Evil Geniuses, the 2 players they lost in the beginning, were 2 M4s. So they already gave like a massive weapon advantage over to Orgless. It's gonna be head armor on both players. Tarek looking to push in. Oh my, that was way too clean. Taps the bomb as well. He does have a kit. Doesn't know where the second player is going to be. Wardell's going to be pushing in though with the M4. Spots him out. And Wardell will save the round for them. Still a little bit close there, considering how they have the first 2 kills of the round. And Evil Geniuses, they have so many rounds to play with here. There's no need to force up anytime soon. Just get your money on the board, and won't speak in a forcing up. It looks like they want to end it here, because technically if they do win this force up, Orgless will not really have any money until the last round of the series.
Yeah, the main reason for the force up here is they just had no cash. 1,400, they would have had to wait a couple of rounds anyway, so they had the hard reset that you could only really get from winning the pistol and losing the second round. So not really a bad call by EG, and it works both ways. They got plenty of rounds. They could have just saved for 2 rounds and bought up, but they got so many rounds they can afford to force one. It's not really the end of the world. They'll have a better chance of actually getting some extra cash. Stan is going to retrieve the scout initially handed over Cirque. So clean. Sabrosa left without much really other than an open mouth. He's still with full rifles on the remaining players. You'd hope that they have this round in the bag, but look at where the remaining CT players actually are. Infinite maybe trying to bait a bit of a fake. They've already got a player here in the form of Stan, so they're just going to leave these remaining players on the B site, ready and waiting. A player boosted up as well. It can be pretty hard to clear, and only one incendiary as well, so they can't clear out all of these angles. And with 45 seconds left, they are going to start to build into this B site now. The CT side, they're ready.
Better stick to your guns here. Molotov burn up Ethan. Boost up actually nets Tarek a kill, but unfortunately, Breeze is going to follow as quickly as he started shooting the bomb and he'd be planted. Tarek looking to push the smoke. Gets sprayed through just a little bit. Stanislaw with the scout to get the kill on the FNS. Not sure why he's peeking that, because now it's down to a 2-on-2. VG are going to go for it. They got to pick up the pace here. The bomb is taken away. Tarek's got a long range shot to hit over towards Banana. Yeah, he's gonna at least hear the first with the scout, the scope. And now that's gonna do it. They're gonna lock this one down. Orgless. It's still like a very back and forth kind of round, but they still lock it down either way. The 2 players surviving. Their economy's still gonna have a little bit of a hit here, as they have a Mac 10 for Wardell, but maybe he's looking to farm some cash, knowing that the Evil Genius is just gonna have to go for that full save, that full eco.
Hoping we'll see something a bit spicy in this round from EG, and with every single player running towards the A site, I think we're in luck. Double nade. Catch anyone? No. Killing. Kind of hoped that there would be a kill coming up just off utility alone. They're going to stack into mid. There's quite a common crossfire. One that you'd hope the T's would be ready for, especially as they're already starting to probe over onto Banana. Wardell, oh, it may not be the nicest thing to say. He can just be used as bait. Only got a Mac 10. He's trying to farm up some cash. This being one of the more standard stack positions, I wouldn't think it was the worst idea just to send him in to see if he can find anything. Instead, it's Infinite who's actually going to be waiting for the rotations. I also wonder if EG are even going to bother rotating, because it can just be a round where they get absolutely slaughtered. Don't really gain too much from just handing over this extra cash. They don't know if there's an SMG on the other side. There's Infinite at least finding a small amount of information. And with the full execution going in onto the B site, well, there's no one here to defend it.
Kind of like that play out of Infinite too. He gets that killed and he immediately realizes, oh, this is probably a stack. I need to just back out, save my gun. Don't give it over for free. It eventually might fall here as it still has quite a few players around him, but they've completely won this round. No chance for EG as Breeze gets a kill with the USP. Gets the M4. I'm not sure he's going to be able to save it necessarily, but then again, Orgless don't really have the best money at the moment either. Using guns here could prove fatal, especially when EG can be able to buy up. I don't know, Breeze is trying to save the M4, and honestly, this is a player right now I would not want to look to chase down. But FNX gets him off the side, catches him looking the wrong way. There we go, Orgless, another round in the bank. 5 for them. Still up against that daunting task of the 14 that EG do have, though.
Interesting. They're gonna take buy here. Now they have enough to get rifles on every single player, but I was about to mention that there wasn't enough money for an AWP on anyone. Definitely not one on Cirque, so gonna try and make it work with pistols. As we mentioned earlier, they have rounds to spare. They can go for a few more eco rounds if it means getting the buy up in full force, extra utility, which is so important on Inferno more than any other map. Ethan, this is aggressive. They run through the Molotovs. Gonna be Tarek somehow dancing his way past the bullets. He even gets an AK for his troubles. I'm not quite sure how he's got away with only taking 34 damage, but he has.
I think that smoke, I saw it correctly. That smoke is actually thrown by the T side, that one that's blocking them off. I saw, unless it kind of bugged out on my side and, you know, Go TV, they tried to throw a nade and a smoke, and one of those got caught by a player, hit him in the back. So that might have been a little bit of a misstep out of Orgless there. It's still going to be a 4-on-4, though, and they're still only up against the pistols and the armor for EG.
A full stack.
Yep, they got the prediction right, though the bomb, it's not making its way up towards the A site. Might even rotate back towards B, because Ye's just seen no one. The flashes and the smokes they've thrown in towards A haven't really netted them anything. Tarek's going to be caught out completely through a smoke.
Timing. Gonna be an extra AK. I wonder if there's gonna be a temptation to go for this. Now they have enough money to buy in the next round anyway. Bomb's yet to be planted, so it's not started ticking. Sure, they don't have a kit available, but comes the flash. Quick through. Stan already takes the head off of one. Looking for a second, but Wardell will trade. There's still the AK for Breezy, though. I would have bet against him. That's a gross shot. Leaves Wardell all on his lonesome. 1v2. Try and keep them in this match, basically. He knows that the time on his side. He's going to get the final kill. Nice work from Wardell. Eventually, They do close it, but remember, that was only pistols. This is where the going actually gets tough. Have an investment now from the CT side.
Yeah, the big boy op on Cirque. M4s for the rest. Utility there as well. Cirque getting the smoke with a little bit of cash he had remaining. I mean, these rounds have still been, you know, kind of close considering Orgless have been winning them. And Evil Geniuses haven't had such a massive investment into the rounds. This little nade comes through, catches Cirque out. He still goes for the shot, but unfortunately not going to connect it. And look at this play towards Banana. Players stacked up. Delayed nades. Sub Rosa, 27 health. They spot him when he jumps up. Fortunately, they had no gun to actually get the shot off, but they just read them so well with grenades towards Banana time and time again.
That was so sick as well. That was just based off where they thought he was. They literally tried to bounce it onto his head. Of course, Breezy's gone down. He's been the best player in the server so far, so that's definitely a good opening pick. Molotov over the top to try and clear close angles. In fact, getting rid of the boost. It's Molotov actually from FNS. Something too common. Now still going to be pushing into 3 players. Ethan has rotated back into position, ready and waiting. And he is going to spray them down. 3 kills for Ethan. Whenever you think they're safe, someone steps up for EG. They're like, oh, we've killed Breezy, guys. Like, there's no one going to multi-frag us this round. While Ethan had other ideas. With the bomb down, 25 seconds up and coming on the clock. Ethan's just trying to delay them. He's low on HP. He's going to give some presence over to Cirque, but they have to wrap around. Stop it! This has just become mean. Infinite. Oh, dear. It couldn't have gone any worse. He actually kills Cirque. I don't even know if they've realized, because they don't actually go and get that AWP. So that's something, but what does it take? Sprayed down by 1 player, and then you get orped through a smoke.
I've got it. You implement abilities in CS, and you create a wall that you can't shoot through.
You can revive people.
Whoa, okay, that's just too weird. All right, come on.
That'd be silly.
Here we go now. Potentially the final round of the series. Nades dunking Wardell down to 67. Yay down to 79. Breeze getting aggressive, getting confident. Goes for the repick as well. Sub Rosa now down about 52 HP. And look at the amount of damage done to Orgless without EG taking a single point.
Risks in this round. I like how we see the turnaround. In the last round, it was the nade that hit Cirque. Now he throws one back. Doesn't have his AWP this time, however. Going for a cheeky little peek. Try and spam a few bullets through the smoke. They are again going to see mid-control challenged, but there's 4 players ready and waiting for EG. They've gone for the rotation. They've left Ethan alone. It's almost a bait and switch. Then smoke is actually very well timed. They're going to go straight through it. I think they've spotted some players through as well as the spam just goes through that smoke, leaving so many players on their side low. In fact, Infinite will be dead already. This is looking almost impossible. Someone needs to step up. Wardell, glass cannon, AWP, just trying to peek into the angle, but you can see it's wary. He's actually just going to use his teammate as bait, but no one even peeks. They're waiting. They haven't thrown a flash. There's been nothing for the CT side, so they're not going to take any risks here. They're just being patient. No, Cirque will go down. Nice shot from Wardell at least. But they're just running out of time. There's 2 players still within the site. In fact, a 3rd down towards Pit. And they have to get going now. This fake in from Ye has done nothing. Stan is already going to drop 1. And this is looking impossible. It's FNS. He's just got to go in. He's got to run forward. And that's it. Ye has no time. He needs to kill everybody in a second. And it's just not going to be happening. 16-6. A dominant performance in the end for EG. And that will be it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, there's going to be plenty more